Okay. My outfit of the day, Fashion de Muppets. Miss Piggy's my favorite. Oh my god. Hi. So today I am doing my first impressions try-on of the new Quo 2017 spring collection. This is my first time doing my makeup on camera, so I'm really nervous. I hope it turns out okay. It can go one of two ways, so we'll see. I'm doing a review and swatch post on my blog, but I thought doing a live try-on kind of video would pair along nicely with that, so let's see how it turns out. I have my little cheat sheet here. It says that the Quo 2017 limited edition spring collection is available February 2017 in your local Shoppers Drug Mart. Quo is exclusively at Shoppers Drug Mart, so you're not going to find it anywhere else. Hey cat, what's up? I have a visitor. Would you like to meet my pet? Hey, get out of my milk. This is my dog. Mwah! Okay, get out of here. Now this collection has really beautiful packaging. It is inspired by rocks. It's got this cool sort of orange, pink, teal oil spill pattern on it. It's really beautiful. First up are the eyeshadow palettes. There are two of them. One is matte, one is shimmer. They retail for $18 each. They have 4 shadows in each palette. This one is No Pressure, and this one is the one with the shimmers. And the other one is called Rocket, and this is the matte one. They also have face palettes. There are also 2 of them. They contain 6 powders in each. It says that 3 are highlighters and 3 are bronzers, but a lot of these look like blushes to me. This is the first one. This is Heated Up. This is the one I'm talking about. It looks like these 2 could be highlighters, these 2 could be blushes, these 2 can be bronzers, which, I mean, I'm happy with having some blushes. I'm not complaining. And this one is Down to Earth, which also looks like it's got 2 highlighters, 2 bronzers, and 2 blushes. This one's more of a warmer tone palette, so not necessarily my shade. There's also a brow palette that retails for $12. Looks like so. It's got a setting wax, a brow bone highlight, and 2 powders, one more blonde and one a bit darker. It is a bit still too red toned for my liking, and it also comes with a little spoolie and applicator. Last but not least are the Quo lip crayons. They come in 3 shades. I have 2 of them. They are Almond Nude, Pretty in Pink, and then there's also Simply Red. These retail for $12, and they are retractable twist-up lipsticks. Ooh, and there is also a Quo Metamorphic brush set, which retails for $60. It's got really mermaidy packaging, and it has 8 exceptionally crafted and uniquely designed Quo cosmetic brushes with tapered handle and rose gold ferrules. Fancy. Okay, so let's get into the try-on. I already have my foundation, my concealer, and my brows going because if I were to do that on camera, we'd be here all day. It's a process. So I'm gonna zoom you in. Hope this looks okay. I actually have like a pile of books to prop my mirror onto, but it's still kind of low. I don't wanna look down and be out of camera, so I guess I'm gonna hold it with my hand. The palette that I'm gonna be using is, where is it? It's the matte palette, so it is called Rocket. I really like the pinky purple shades in it. So I think I'm gonna start with this pink and use it as a transition shade. Ooh. Fair amount of fallout on that. It's a little lighter than I thought it would be. I thought this would be like maybe a little bit brown, so hopefully my colors transition nicely. Okay, next I'm going to take a shadow brush and I'm going to take this matte white shade over here and just put in the inner half. I found that these were fairly pigmented when I swatched them on my hands, but I find that's a completely different story with a lot of shadows when you go from swatching with your finger onto your arm versus applying with a brush to your eyelid. So I'm going to dip in one more time for each eye. Okay, and I'm going to dip it 2 more times for my eye, and I'm really going to like pat this in. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Now I'm going to take this mauve-y purple shade, I'm going to put it in the outer half of my lid. Ooh, this one's picking up really nicely on my brush. So I'll have to dab very carefully. Oh, it's not really as vibrant as I thought it would be. Okay, dip number 2 in the purple. Patting it on again, not brushing. It's a lot more subtle than I thought it would be. I don't know if that's picking up on camera. Okay, I'm going to take this dark navy blue, which I think is the most pigmented of the bunch. It is the darkest, and I'm just going to put it in my outer corner and then try to blend it in. Just to darken up the outer corner, give it a bit of dimension. I do find that Quo products are kind of hit or miss. Usually the shadows aren't really my cup of tea just because I like more pigmented ones. Their last collection, which I can link to down below, I found did the job for me if I'm not mistaken, but I don't know. Ooh. Try to concentrate that a bit more on the lid. I am noticing some fallout, so I'm gonna have to clean that up. Okay, and let's blend away and see if I can pull all this together. Oh, can I brush that away? Ooh, ooh. Just gonna brush in circular motions and then pull it into the crease. I think I'm going to try to apply a bit more of that purple shade in the middle of the lid. And a bit more white in the inner corner. And just try to blend out any harshness. Oh my goodness, this fallout. This blue is kind of bleeding a bit into my brow bone. It looks like bruising, kind of regretting choosing this palette because it's not going with me, with my complexion. Ooh. Okay, let's zoom out and do the rest of the face. I'm going to use the Heated Up palette for my face. I'm going to go with this one for the bronzer.
Brush is falling apart. Come on.
Okay, for the blush, I am gonna go in with this light pink one over here. Oh, that's a nice color. And then for the highlighter, I'm just gonna use my finger because I left my brush upstairs. I'm gonna go in with this one. Actually, let's see if I can use my blending brush. Actually, no, I dipped that in blue. That's a bad idea. And I'm also gonna pull in the brow palette just because it's got a brow highlighter. So I'm gonna just put that in my brow bone. Okay, I am gonna go pop on some mascara, clean up all this fallout, and I'll be back. Okay, I popped on some mascara and I cleaned up all the fallout under my eye. I think I'm gonna go in with Almond Nude for the lips, so let's see how this goes. Oh, it's a pretty color. It's a beige nude with like a little bit of pink. Don't know if this shade will necessarily work for all skin tones though. I think you have to have like a certain type of undertone to pull it off. That's assuming that I'm pulling off. I do not know. It feels very light and comfortable, but when I rub my lips together, it sort of disappears in the center of my lips, if you can see over here. Over there. Okay, so that is it for my first time trying the Quo Spring 2017 products and trying my makeup on camera. Doing my makeup on camera wasn't as awful as I made it out to be in my head. The products themselves, these ones were a miss for me. I think that the eyeshadow palette could have really used a brown transition shade. I understand that there are only 4 shadows in it and they are pretty big, but I think they could have gone for smaller shadows and had a transition shade and another shade inside of it. The blue, it's not working for me. It looks like I got punched in the eye. I do think the highlighter and the bronzer and the blush are nice, but the blush isn't very pigmented and I need pigmentation. I use makeup to bring my face to life. So I'm gonna have swatches on my blog and a more thorough, easily laid out review, so I'll link it down below. Thanks for watching. Bye.